and sit up front if you have to, but then you just let Netsky play into building into this Claude is going to be great there. So it's more or less the same from what we saw previously. TNC will go ahead and grab themselves the glue. This is going to be 3 Mars Hero to go ahead and deal with the Lapu. A lot more tanky than the Benedetta that we saw him on. And, you know, he doesn't have to completely rely on having that Petrify available like he did on the Benedetta. So in the last pick for them for the mid is going to be what here? Are they going to go with the CAG or are they going to go something else?
But maybe not. Payback. They still go the Farsa.
They go the Farsa. So ultimately, you have two good ultimates to take if you're Haji.
And that's a very good selection.
Yeah, both of them are good. Both of them are super valuable.
And you're bound to find one.
Yeah.
The goal, the Claude is in again for Netsky. So the Roam. What does Super Yoshi want to pick up against the likes of a Grok? There's still a maybe not the Kalea.
Kalea's banned.
Oh, the Kalea's banned.
This is where he, well, no, the Cho came in actually earlier.
Does he still use the Badang?
He can. He's one of the more prolific Badangs in recent memory.
Yeah.
Sand rises when I give the word.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't want to overload on CC, like crowd control. Instead, they just wanted to go fast.
This, again, suits the expanding river so much.
For sure. Imagine the dive on that Farsa. Imagine just...
The dive, yeah. Imagine the speed with the Khalid, man.
Yep.
Like...
Need for Khalid.
Need for Khalid. This is basically the Roam version of Baksha. Like, I feel like Khalid is that guy. Because he's going to be already moving fast.
He is him, bro.
He is him, bro. Like, that's what it... And I heard from Wolf earlier on that, like, Khalid is one of the better roamers right now off of this patch.
Because he does everything you want. Can provide vision, runs around with that sand walk, has solid damage if you need him to.
Yes.
And he's pretty tanky. Like, he'll just weave in and out of combat.
If you don't pay attention to Zyra, he might be an immediate target for Super Yoshi if they want to go that route, which is likely to be the case if you want that gold from the early vision to come in. Because he has really decent early game damage.
He's gonna track Zyra. Yeah. He's just gonna follow him.
He's gonna just wave at him on the sandwalk,
like a shadow.
Like, yeah, hey, I'm here. Not only that, but it's another crowd control option that Smart Mega can use to set things up for Netsky. Like they have so many. They have the Lapu. They have the of course the energy eruption for the Fredrin. Even you have the Khalid, and then Valentina is going to have the tech charge most likely. And if they don't need that, if they're like, hey, we actually don't need more CC, I'll just get more damage. So I'll take the Feather Airstrike.
Yeah, that's... I mean, the Raging Sandstorm copied tech charge combo.
It's deadly.
Sounds deadly.
That's a combo wombo right there.
That's a combo wombo, Brigida.
Yeah. And in TNC's lineup, they have to be very careful of wherever they're deciding to put themselves in, because...
Hold on, wait up. Was there no Purify from TNC?
I did not see
it
one
yet, yeah.
I mean, from the little preview, I don't think I saw one.
Yeah, not a single green battle spell, so that's dangerous.
That's playing risky, man.
They're banking on their mechanical prowess, saying, I'm just going to flicker out of it, sir.
That's what I like to call the athleticism, the athletic flicker.
Athletic flickers.
Even Netsky ain't that brazen. He picked Purify. I know that much.
Did he? Because I know the previous one he had sprint, right?
Yeah, this time he's like, nope, I'm
not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that charge, man.
Because he knows how much more important he is now because he's the only true core.
Yeah, because if he's gone, their damage is essentially gone.
It's only a Valentina.
Interesting. Well, yeah, there it is. There's no Purifies.
It's
no Purifies over there for well, that's tough for TNC.
That's bold.
That's bold. That's risky. We're going to see if it's going to work. We're jumping into the game 2 here for this best of 3 between TNC and Smart Omega. It's match point right now for Smart Omega. And I'm ready to see this Khalid in action, man. Super Yoshi here. It's going to definitely be also a different game than what we saw with the Cho. But early on, mid-pressure is where we see both of them kind of duke it out.
Yeah. I think they're still going to go for the pretty standard route of just getting that independent golden DXP for now, but that doesn't stop Super Yoshi from still trying to go for the invades. But even on the other side of the map, I feel like Lancy as the Farsa will be a very reliable hero to rotate and anticipate these rotations coming in from Super Yoshi. So at least they're somehow still handling things pretty well.
Yep, Yoshi has Wilderness Blessing. Rather, Lancy has Wilderness Blessing this time. So he's going to be compounding that on top of Wings by Wings. So he's reliable. He'll be where you need him to be. Yoshi also rocking Thrill, so he's got teeth. He wants to take down dudes when he can.
Yeah, but it seems like he's not handling the early game damage output from Lancey and Chaknu that well either.
He did send Lancey home.
Yeah, he can, and I guess the thing about Super Yoshi too is like he can just heal like this, right? So quicksand guard, he's going to be fine. Heals back up. He can play a little more aggressive if he wants to. You can see a big rotation up here up top.
Oh, spread already used by 3mar, but they won't be able to get a pick-off just yet. Oh, Chaknu got it.
Wow, Mamba steal right there.
It's a good little pickup, but still, here's the expanding rivers like we were mentioning. Turtle's going to be up. Some of these level 4s are still to be had here, but mid lane.
Okay, Zaida trying to look for a target. Doesn't get to take down anyone. Super Yoshi, again, as mentioned, will just be healing up. So far it's Omega holding the turtle pit.
Flying on up here.
Both of them, actually.
Yeah, both of them actually just gonna... They might even meet each other in the mid lane. They're just gonna battle it out.
Oh, that charge already committed by Chaknu. Ryzen will get bursted down. Needs to run away, but gets caught by 3mar. And just the same, Chaknu will be the only trade. Pretty much worth it if you're on the side of Smart Omega. And Zaida's not content yet. He wants to go for more. Gets to find the kill on James as well. A 2-for-1 so far.
That Rampart was biblical. Straight up, like splitting the Red Sea. Like, Omega literally should have owned that pit. Yeah. But since Mamba put up a wall and said, nah, you guys fight over there, I feel miserable. That's how I feel. If I put myself in Ryzen's shoes, oh my God, Lancey! He's fine. Right, he's okay.
1 HP. Did you see how fast Lancey was moving?
Yep, it was a clutch verify and a sidestep from Lancey using the flicker to dodge that last hit from Super Yoshi. The rotations are just so fast and they nearly got more, but fortunately, TNC, they're able to keep themselves safe.
All right, TNC's got this little bit of lead, a little extra gold going over to Benny Cutie as well on this carry pick. We already know, like, Netsuki's going to be, it's going to be some time for him to go ahead and build up in this climb where Benny Cutie is, oh no, Lancey!
Well-timed energy eruption. Lancey could not do anything. And they tried to transition into disrupting Zaida next, but fortunately Chaknu's there to block them. He still gets to receive a decent amount of damage though.
And I was going to say, that's what they should do first. If they wanted to go for another turtle, take down Chaknu. A second solid would be to take down Zaida.
Yep.
Lancey would be the most free. But Chaknu really is the biggest problem for Omega at this point in the early game.
It's always been the thing with Grok so far throughout the season when he's been popping up more and more is just how tanky he is and how much, disruption he's actually able to go ahead and provide. So this is going to be an interesting lane up here too for the XP lane. 3mar and James, obviously a lot better for 3mar, especially since he got that early kill. Chaknu might be in trouble.
Oh, speaking of.
Oh, tech charge is on out. Okay, he's fine.
Yeah, those are 4 members. They could have definitely went in for the pickoff, but now at least they know that there will be no tech charge available for Chaknu in this upcoming fight. Bravest Fighter already committed by James. Oh, gets touched by Zaida though, but he doesn't get to judge the IMU. Tech charge from Haji. Counter Fed airstrike coming in from Lancey as well. Deals enough damage to force James to run away, but Zaida fails to steal away the objective. It still goes into the hands of Omega.
Even with how beautiful, oh my God, attack charge from Chaknu!
They still want to fight, but Omega are just running away. They have the tools to run away, and no one will fall.
Chuck knows how to say, all right? Let me speak. Let me finish my sentence. Even with how good Omega's setup was, you see how hard it was for them to take that turtle?
Yeah. Oh, they still want to fight.
The Appraiser's trap lands, but Ryzen does not live, and Benny Cutie just throwing out all those basic attacks, forces out the BMI from Netsuki too.
And the Purify.
They can't even stay that long in the fight because Benny's just gonna shred them down.
Yeah, they have to be careful. It looks like they maybe want James to rotate down here, try to keep the turret up. Haji's gonna help clear out this wave. Super Yoshi on the other side, but Zaida that just takes the purple now. So TNC will find these little moments where they can to go ahead and capitalize on having this position, but Smart Omega will go ahead, reset from here. This is a big problem though, because even the way that they're playing around this, Benny Cutie hasn't had an answer yet either.
So even with Smart Omega's, how do I say, superior on-demand CC, they have a very hard time putting up a box. TNC, it's not even their box that's lethal. Even the threat of the box, even just the thought of, all right, we're going to put up this feathered airstrike, we're going to hit you with a Rampart Tech Edge combo. That alone is enough for Omega to scramble around. That's what I'm seeing. Smart Omega, whenever TNC assert their dominance and walk around,
Yeah.
Omega turned to the headless chick. It's like, what are we doing? Where do we go? How do we fight this?
Yeah, there's not even much you can do without Haji finding the IMU. Oh, but that's the Raging Sandstorm already forced out of Super Yoshi even before this objective.
That's what I'm saying. See, there was just, what, 2 members of Omega there? Then, or rather TNC, and then Omega's like, yeah, I'll just ult out of here.
At least now Haji does get the tech charge.
Yeah, Haji's got that. Everyone's going to rotate down for this too, except for James. It looks like he's like, guys, you got this. I'm going to go deal with the lane up top to push that in. So maybe they just delay this is quite a bit. Okay, James went up there. Now he's going to go come back down.
Did he just throw a skill and then move?
I guess so, yeah.
He didn't really show himself. There's the feathered airstrike. Ryzen gets to dodge it. Oh, but not the thorn grows from Ryzen. And on the other side of the map, Netsky tries to take down Benny. He will find the kill. 3mar trying to look for a target to use the grab, but he doesn't get to use it on anyone just yet. That's a 1-for-1 trade so far, but they don't have their retry holder. Omega, how do they contest this? Do they still go for it? Maybe not.
Benny for Ryzen. I would have said that was equal, and I think the turtle was already long gone for Omega, but they also lost their purple. So I'd say that's a win for TNC, bar none. Again, 2,000 gold up.
Yeah.
The map is the only place really TNC can get a loss here, but Chakno answers back quick.
This is one of the things, again, too, where, you know, Smart Omega is just kind of waiting for Netsky to get to where he needs to be. He's 2-0 right now. He's sitting at 2 items. He's done a good job at not dying, popping the Purify when he can. A little defensive tech charge, though.
Oh, still has the flicker, too, so he gets to survive multiple members of TNC and their attempt to take him down under the tier 2 turret. Zaida being held down. The energy eruption doesn't connect, but he can just do this all day. Now it's Ryzen who might just try to escape. Gets to dodge the Appraiser's Wrath as well, but now the Blazing Duet from Netsky might do the job. Even the Raging Sandstorm gets dodged for a while, but still they get to finish off the kill, and Chakno lands the tech charge but fails to convert it to a kill.
They're still going.
Benny! He doesn't survive that. The fight is still on, but now they find themselves under the turret. Okay, I think that's over for now.
Like a Filipino Houdini, Super Yoshi gets away with it. I could have sworn he was gone for.
Oh, man. This Khalid is working out for Super Yoshi.
The heals.
All right, so the back and forth here definitely benefited Smart Omega. They forced TNC to overextend, and they shut down Zaida, and they got Benny Cutie as a solid bonus. And I think we're slowly going into the same situation as Game 1, where we could have sworn Benny was doing good, but Netsky was just traveling at light speed.
Yeah.
Netsky is folding the game in half. He's expediting his power spike.
He's getting there, man. He's almost to that 3rd item, too. So
the Swift Trinity.
Brother, this is the same thing that we just saw happen around almost the same time, too. You know, under the 10-minute mark.
Yep.
Now, Smart Omega has dissipated the gold lead that TNC had, and Lord is up. And I think TNC's in a position where they don't want to just gladly take a fight or an objective this time against Smart Omega here.
This might bite them in the behind, but I think Ryzen is reading into the situation hard, and instead of fully building into Antiquitas, fully building into something else entirely, maybe an Athena Shield to answer to Lancy, he first builds a Guardian Helm. So does this mean he's telegraphing longer fights? Does this mean he's telegraphing, I'm going to eat a few ults, back off, and then come back in?
But is that the right call against a carry who, despite what happened in the first few minutes, considerably still has enough damage items already?
That's a win right there.
And there you go.
You know what, Bridget? I don't think he's even looking at the carry.
Yeah.
Because Benny's at 0, 2, and 1. I don't know if this is too bold of Omega or, you know, very, how do I say, tone deaf from Ryzen, but he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't worry about it, too. So even with getting the tech charge out, though, from Chakno, they can't fully commit to this unless they go for Chakno again.
They just know that there's no tech charge. So Netsky, there's nothing stopping him from being the one to poke down some of the members of TNC, and they're just trying to manage the waves up top really well before this upcoming fight, where they might not even actually go for, because the goal all along was to force a fight up top, and they get to find Benny Cutie. That's all that matters for now. Flicker forced out of Super Yoshi. But will they really try to fight against this?
Great bonus, too. They forced the flicker out of Benny and Lancey.
Oh, they got a whole lot out of that exchange, so they're going to make their way to this Lord here. Started up by Ryzen. Without Benny Cutie, TNC can either delay this or just go fight for it. He's up in 5 seconds. And Zyda is off on the backside. He's going to be zoned out, though.
James gets to land! The Lat Shaker and Super Yoshi with a follow-up! Now on the other side of the map, Haji just dealing with 3mar. But will they actually contest this? There goes Zyda! And he takes away the Lord from Omega! 3mar all alone up against 5 members might just be the sacrifice, but at least they were able to take the Lord.
Highway robbery like a thief in the night. He's not done!
Okay, he's just keeping him there. Oh, Zyda, are you still going?
Yeah, he's not done. He's not done. He wants more. But Super Yoshi has the heals. Now he uses the recall in front of everyone's face. Oh my goodness, Zyda after that steal, unbelievable.
You know what? Even with Omega having a majority stake at the Lord Pit, and yes, they have superior on-demand crowd control, it's a very specific kind of crowd control that just doesn't stop a Lancelot. Zyda just came in there, Thorn Rose, Phantom X. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm saying he had the kit to do it and the cojones to execute and pull through.
Yeah, it's such a finesse move when you're able to do it. But with a hero like Lancelot, even down a member, you can still go and make it happen.
I'm not surprised, but I'm still impressed.
Exactly. Like, yeah, it's a Lancelot, right? But still takes skill and finesse to make it work. So now it's Smart Omega defending against this push with this Lord here.
Wow, Chaklu delaying it.
Okay, he's going to delay it a little bit further with the Rampart, but eventually the Lord will make its way there. They're going to hold it from getting any further, though. So they'll be cleared out. Where's Super Yoshi? What's he going to do here?
Okay, he just walks past Lancey. Does get the information, though. But they might not go for the fight just yet.
No harm, no foul. Excuse me, sir.
My bad. I was just here.
I'm going to go back to my team now.
You know, so again, when you look at this, Smart Omega, when it comes to the team fights, the way that they've been going about the team fights is generally they're having better team fights. They're better, but the hard part is catching Zyda because it's all been about Benny Cutie. They're catching Benny Cutie. Benny Cutie has been having a very difficult time here. We'll look at the replay on how these fights have been going forward, and you can see this. You know, they catch Lancey out. It was a great catch, of course, by James here, but ultimately, look at Zyda. He's just like chilling. Goes on in. Ryzen's like, oh man, I'm half health. I need to swoop on in. But even with all of this,
there it is.
It's still secured with that combo from Zyda.
More impressive is his patience. A good chunk of that sequence, he was just running around.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, let me get in there.
I really feel like TNC was just so okay with losing Lancey in the process. If that meant the flicker being forced out of James, the ultimates, and 2 of the supposed frontliners being gone for Zyda. So as much as that would be okay too, because he could find targets to dash through with, there was no one stopping him in that moment. So 3mar and Zyda were just too free. Omega, I feel like they put too much focus on Lancey, a bit too much, without taking note that the Lord was not reset.
Which is okay, because if you look at it from the grander scheme of things, if TNC did get the Lord, which they did, and Omega wiped them out, or at least left Zyda, I'd still take that as a win, but TNC just know how to protect themselves well.
Yeah, and the Lord is up again. This is more or less going to be the same thing. Maybe we see TNC adjust on their positioning potentially, even for Benny Cutie. Benny Cutie's got to be protected here in this one, because right now Smart Omega, it looks like they want to go ahead and get control of this as they can. Lord sitting at half health here. They're going to force Zyda off, but 3mar up front. Chaknu waiting along his side here with the tech charge.
Wow.
Are they going to punch this one in?
Yeah, the Lord's getting bursted down really fast. Zyda finds his way through, but it's Ryzen who gets to secure the objective. And it might just be the call for a disengage from both teams. They took the risk, both of them.
Impressive work. Immaculate rotations from both to give the least amount of exchange. And the most important thing for me was how Chaknu kept himself hidden. And Lancey too. Haji was hunting them down. And Haji could not find a solid ult, but now he has the tech charge. And this is all snowballed out of control. Omega, their patience.
Yeah, I feel like 3mar was trying to bait some of the members of Omega to come close to the wall, but they did not take that bait.
All right, Haji just click the tech charge to refresh it, to get rid of it.
Yep. And they're going to go ahead and get this tier 2 turret down. Lord's making its way up top. And so for TNC, they're going to have to be on the defense here. Chaknu does have that flicker tech charge combo available, but this is a crucial place for them to fight. That top turret's already being worked on.
Okay, there's the taunt. Lands onto 3mar for a bit. Feathered Airstrike gets to deal some damage to Netsky, but he will just try to heal his way through by throwing out some basic attacks towards the minions. Oh, the damage! You can feel it. 3mar could feel it, and they will just try to clean up the waves that are remaining. Tech Charge still not used here by Chaknu, but there's the grab committed onto James. Will they find the kill on him though? It might not be the case. 3mar will just go and disengage, and no one from Omega will fall.
So yeah, the Purify was popped too.
Yep, so TNC, very good defense, but Smart Omega also not overextending. Netsky pressed the Purify because he knows he needed to.
Yeah.
I would rather that happen than say, no, I'm fine. No, I'm not.
And then he dies.
And then he dies. Also, little intricacies I love there. Haji does not force the IMU. Wait, conceal from Chaknu. What's he thinking?
Whoa.
Oh my God!
Athletic.
Haji! He saw it coming! And now it's time for Smart Omega to fight back. Netsky nearly gets bursted down, but has the wind of nature. Still survives the attempt, and Haji might be the one to fall instead. Benny Cutie finds the kill on Super Yoshi, and Zaida! He gets to find Haji as well. Ryzen trying to tag up the damage, but there goes the follow-up from TNC. Benny Cutie now online. Lancey trying to chamber Netsky, and he finds the kill!
What a play! What a setup from Chaknu!
This might just be it. James already committing the bravest fighter, gets to land the Land Shaker onto multiple members, but all he wants is to clear the minions. But Benny Cutie denies him of that. They still have one minion left, and TNC, they will equal the series.
A decisive conceal tech charge started it all, and they take us to Game 3 as TNC gets Game 2.
It was a good individual recovery, but as a team, TNC still put Smart Omega where they needed them to be to take us all the way. Impressive work. I could have sworn Omega was out of the clear. I thought they were safe. I thought they were going to be able to recover from that and go for another Lord Dance or something, but TNC had other thoughts.
I think part of it was also because they knew that Netsky burned the Purify, so they also were like, well, if we have that recovery, let's just go to the jungle, make the conceal happen. They rotated so quickly, by the way, and then they made that decision. They, yes, they got the flicker out too, but it was those important resources that they were able to burn out and then capitalize on.
Yeah, I really thought it was Omega's moment to fight back, because the tech charge flicker did not land on Haji, but
the work here, man.
It seems like the sustained team fights, the prolonged team fights were clearly still in favor of TNC at that point. And this guy, it wasn't just the Lord Steal that made him get this MVP title for sure in that game.
He kept Smart Omega honest. Everything Zaida did followed through with whatever his teammates were setting up, especially in that last moment where the flicker tech charge, yes, missed, but it put Smart Omega in a position where in Zaida and everyone else, well, mostly him at the lead, could punish where Omega scrambled to. Now we're seeing in the highlights exactly how Zaida got to this point again.